Here's a look at the stamps and dies I'm going to use to create today's card. And this is the Happy Headlines stamp set from Concord and Ninth. And what you do with this is you stamp a front page of a newspaper. This is one big stamp. It has this wonderful little confetti-filled celebrations expected to last all week. Today's forecast, you can pop in sunny, whatever you're feeling. We've got little color bars here that you can use to stamp in here for some color. This says, the sensational news was met with exuberant embraces and thunderous applause. A chorus of cheers echoed throughout the streets and served as backdrop to the overall merriment of the occasion. Witnesses could be heard describing the day as fantastic, super, and all around amazing. And then you have graduation, new couple announced, wedding, birthday, retirement, baby, and anniversary themes. Now, as a former journalist, my degree is in journalism, I have to do this. Then you have dies that coordinate for all the occasions, and that you can fill in here. So I'm going to get started today with stamping. I went ahead and trimmed a panel to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because this is a full panel stamp. And so I have played with this actually quite a bit off camera. I'm going to get this lined up right on the panel. I'm going to pick it up and make sure this is down. I'm actually even going to lift this right here and just press any air bubbles out. And when I was stamping, I got the best results with a pigment ink. So instead of using a hybrid ink today, I'm going to use my Altenew Obsidian pigment ink because it's really crisp. Yes, it has to dry a little, but I think that's going to be okay. I want to do a black and white newspaper. You know, I'm from the time from the olden days where we used to sit and read newspapers on Sunday morning. I miss those days. Now I just look at my iPad. But there you go. All right, so we're going to ink up with this Altenew pigment ink. I'm going to bring this down to the paper, and I will use my little Stampin' Bug to just go over and see how well this first pass does. Okay. Now with my Misty, I always have to give it a little extra in various places. Oh, that's pretty good though. I did get a little ink line through there, but you know what? That's pretty darn good, Kath. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this. All right, I think I'll do another tap over. Let this go down, and again, let's walk my fingers. Maybe a little extra here. Okay, make sure that everything transfers beautifully, and then I can look again, and that's very inky. I like it. I think I could do a little more right there. All right, I have all the news that fits, as they say. So I'm going to just let this dry a little, although I think I could do a little more pressure there. That looks great. I'll get this cleaned up, and then I'll get a couple more stamps that I'm going to stamp right onto this panel. I'm going to turn this into a birthday card, and I have stamped this a few times, so I like that I've stained my stamp because now I can really see where it goes. And that's what happens when you use like hot pink inks or, you know, something like that. But I'm going to show you a little tip. So this guy here, let me just see where that's at on the card. Yeah, that looks straight. What I'm going to do here is I've got dragon fruit because that is, I want to have a pop of pink on here. And I am actually going to take, I'll show you, I already did this once. Sometimes my pads are really juicy, especially if I've recently re-inked. So one of the things I sometimes do is tap off some of the ink when I've got a little delicate greeting. And now I'm going to tap this on lightly because those letters are so small. I would rather build up my ink like this, right? Let that transfer, then have it be smushed. So we'll just do a little light tap here. Makes me realize I need to use dragon fruit more. And press. I do have re-inkers for these too, so I'm never too worried if I accidentally overdid it and then I had to do this, which is what happened with my dragon fruit. But now that looks great. And that's all. No, that's not all I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp my sun directly on here. So see, this is clean, but it's stained, which is fine. It's just going to stamp just lovely. I'll pop that here. I'm going to grab the little sunshine and I'm just going to put it right here. There is a die that you can cut this out, but I kind of thought, you know, I don't want to have extra dimension on here. I just want to stamp my sun. And somewhere here, I have a little ink cube, buttercup. Okay. And this one I will ink up, bring it down, stamp. And I think I will hit that one more time just to get a nice yellow sun. All right, this is done, and now it's time to move on to the die cuts. I have gone ahead and done the die cutting out of my cardstock, and so I'm going to build up some elements here. I have pink sand, I have dragon fruit, I have wild berry. I'm going to start with this friend, and so we're going to add a little liquid glue and build these up. So this is my little megaphone thing, and there was one time I did a video and I could not for the life of me remember what it was called. The cone of joy. Did I call it the cone of joy? I think I did. Or the cylinder of joy. Yeah, anyway. I'm going to do that and pop this on. Now this needs to be, well, I guess, this needs to be right on the end. And so I think all I have to do is just kind of go like that. Now, if I wanted to get really fancy, I could fill in the circles with the cutouts, but I think it's cute just like this. I'm limiting my colors here to just the 4 colors I've got going, and that is probably enough, although I did bring in wild berry so I could have a little end to my little guy here that was a little bit darker. We'll go like that. And let's pick you up and put you on the end of the megaphone, like that. Butt up against. Okay, there we go. And that is our megaphone. Megaphone, and I've got some foam squares somewhere. We fill in that side too. So we're gonna have this over here, coming up and out. And then I have my letters that I cut out. So we have, let's see, Y. We'll come here with the Y. I would like the Y to be breaking out of the boundary. We have an A here, like that. Now I have two, there's a scripty sort of Y, or I cut another chunky Y, but you know what, that is kind of fun. It is kind of fun to have that. You know, it's a little different. Or, well, I just want to show you because I thought this would be cute too. Come here. Actually, you know what? I think I like that chunky Y better. You can do whatever you like. I just thought that was very bold and kind of in your face. And then this guy here, exclamation point. And we're working here in the rainbow order. So I'm going to put a little music on to glue these down, and then I'm going to add the little elements for coming out of my little horn of joy. So, and this little tray, by the way, is just a little paint palette, and it's great for little tiny things like this. those are all the little pieces coming out of my horn of joy. So now I'll just prep a note card and we'll pop this on top. I have a piece of the Concord and Ninth black cardstock here. I'm going to score this, and before I fold it, do I want to do this before I fold it? Sure. I'm going to take a panel that I've trimmed down just a little bit so that I have something on the inside to write on. I don't show that very often, but I do it. I really do. Here's my proof. Little tape runner. And I'm just going to stand up so I can get that lined up in there. Lots of room to write my greeting. And now I will fold this down and give this a nice press with my Teflon bone folder. And then this card is going to get glued right on top of the black so that it looks white, but then you open it and it's black on the back. So I will also say tape runner right on the edges here, as I want it to go right to the edge. I hope I don't run out of tape runner. I have more, but this always seems to happen when I'm doing cards. There we go. Like that. Make sure you've got your top where the top needs to be. And here, I'll just use my score buddy. Pop it in top, hold it right there. And then all I have to do is line this up right on the edge and the top like that. And now I am perfectly lined up onto the note card. I'm not sure if this is completely dry yet, meaning the black ink. So I'm just going to put a cloth down and do that. Press it down. So now you have your little card. It's black on the back. You open it up. There's a place to write. And that, my friends, is the exciting news of the day. You can find links to all of the products I used in today's video in the YouTube description box. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you, so please hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. To see more card projects featuring the clever designs from Concord and Ninth, check out the 2 thumbnails I have linked below, and I'll see you in those videos.